Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast, your one-stop shop for daily Miami Heat content. My name is Amir. For today's episode, I want to talk about Kel'el Ware, and I guess you can call it his standout game recently against the Nets. He's been playing in the rotation the last few games, and Kel'el played really well against the Brooklyn Nets in limited minutes, but he got extended minutes for him. So he played 17 minutes, and he scored 9 points on 4 for 6 shooting, which was great. Most of those were lobs. And alley-oops from Tyler Hero. We can talk about their chemistry later, which has been great. He was 1 for 2 from 3, so not afraid to take a couple threes when given the opportunity, when defenses are playing a little more drop and off him. He did hit a three-pointer in the corner, which was great. Had 7 rebounds in those limited minutes. Imagine him playing 26 minutes, 28 minutes per game. You could see him averaging 11, 12 rebounds per game. He had 1 block and 2 steals. So defensively, he was able to play really well. And that has been an issue with him. He's still raw, obviously, in general, but like he was missing rotations, jumping too early, trying to block every shot in sight. So I think he's gotten a little bit better. With Thomas Bryant gone now and Kevin Love being a liability on defense and old, and will play obviously because him and Jimmy Butler, like to play with each other. But depending on matchups, Kevin Love will play and will not play throughout the season. So I think Kel'el Ware in the Miami Heat's rotation moving forward will be able to play some backup minutes, again, depending on the matchup. And now that Thomas Bryant's gone, in theory, you would think that he is going to at least get 10 minutes per game. And if Kevin Love gets, anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes, again, they could both come off the bench. Kevin Love maybe can come in as the backup 4, perhaps, or I guess Nico is doing that technically. But again, Kel'el, I think, is still raw, but he's showing enough signs and glimpses of what he can do as a two-way player. And I think he finally needs to learn through the fire. I don't think he needs to start. I don't think he needs to play every single game, but I still think he needs to play a decent amount. Maybe play him every game. Why would he not at this point, honestly? Like, give him 4 minutes, and if he's playing like dog shit, then just take him out. Like, there's no reason why you shouldn't play, now that I think of it, at least 10 minutes per game. Give him 10 to 12. If he's playing good like he did against the Nets, if we have injuries, give him like freaking 14 to 20 minutes. Let him, let's see what he can do. Kevin Love, at age 35, like I mentioned, has been playing like 8 to 11 minutes per game. And if we think that we want to give Ware an opportunity to grow, he needs to stay in this rotation as long as he's producing, not hurting the team, as long as he's playing well defensively. But again, what do the Miami have to lose again? The Miami Heat team is average. They're not doing really well. We are the 6th seed, but we're 14 and 13, man. We've lost some horrible games. We've lost games where we're up by double digits against the Knicks, the Kings, the Bucks, the Suns, you name it. Like, it's just, we have a tough time beating the good teams. We've lost to some bad teams like Toronto, Detroit twice in overtime. It's just been rough. So in terms of Kel'el's defense, I think we need to start there. That's the biggest issue when it comes to Spo allowing rookies to play and just people to play in general. Versus the Nets, he started off the game really nice with a weak side rotation block. And so this is what you need from Kel'el Ware. You need him to be a rim protector if he wants to get time on the floor. He's also playing better in the drop. Like, he actually got multiple deflections, and he also contained multiple defenders in the drop, and he looked really good, and those led to fast break chances and opportunities for his teammates. So if you can improve in the drop, in the pick and roll, and help with rim protection, he can make an impact for this team. Another aspect, again, of why he should play and get those continued minutes is obviously his rebounding, and Ware has the ability to clean up the boards. We saw that in his limited minutes. And when the Heat win the rebounding battle, they always win. They literally don't lose when they win the rebounding battle. So keeping Kel'el in there for his added size and for his defensive rebounding can help this Miami Heat in certain games. And so I think that is going to be one of his biggest aspects of why he can play. Kel'el is also, again, a great lob threat. We saw that 2-man game between him and Tyler Hero develop. He was getting lob after lob from Tyler Hero, who Tyler, in his own right, has become a really good playmaker. He's becoming a better decision maker off the dribble. So we saw that chemistry develop between the two of them. I think he had like 3 alley-oops to Kel'el Ware, maybe just 2, but Kel'el had like 4 dunks that game in general. This new element, I think, will be huge for the Miami Heat's offense. And Kel'el not only has to play in that dunker spot, but he can also spread the floor a bit. Like I said, he's able to hit that 3 ball. He's not going to take a ton, but he's also a capable shooter. He does have a pretty good stroke for a big man. So I think Kel'el Ware should continue to play in the rotation. They play against the Magic tomorrow night, so I'm hoping he does get an opportunity to continue on this path.